And now, slightly later than scheduled, let's go live to Studio G as we ask you, the viewer at home, to guess the male nipple.
It's Just the Male Nipple with your host, Jack Little.
Thank you, Jed, and welcome to Guess the Male Nipple, the quiz show where we show you a nipple and you tell us whose it is. Joining us for today's competition...
You're clapping for him? Don't clap for him.
Joining us for today's competition is... let's go and meet our contestants, shall we? It's Chat. It's Chat. Now, I understand, Chat, that you've got a... I'm suddenly worried that... no, that's fine. I understand you've got a very interesting story about how you met your wife, husband, spouse, partner, or pet. So if you tell us a little bit about that would be marvellous. How you met your spouse, partner, or pet. Whenever you're ready with that story that we covered in the pre-interview, if you remember that story. You met at work. Well, let's just hope tonight's quiz isn't too much work. Right, well, if you've not seen this game show before, how it works is we show you a nipple on this screen here. So let's just get the frame ready. Now, it is possible at this stage... Oh, hang on. We've discussed the competition a little bit, but we haven't told you what you're playing for. What are they playing for, Jed? What are they playing for, Jed? Hang on. I think Jed might be asleep. This is very important. It's very important. What are they playing for, Jed? No, I don't think he's listening. It's 1 house point. That's the answer. That's the answer. Tell Jed if he does that again, he's fired. Right. Now, at this stage, if you don't know, if you can guess without a nipple even being on screen, you will, of course, win 3 house points. Three house points. Is it Harry Seacombe? No. Is it Jed? Possibly drunk. He's possibly drunk. Is it Jeremy Irons? It's not Jeremy Irons. Okay. I'm going to show you the nipple. And if you can guess it from the nipple alone, it's not Brian Blessed and it's not Homer Simpson, nor is it Denzel Washington. I should explain as well that the nipple is always of a living human person. It's never a fictional character. It's always a real life person. So, is it Elliot Gould? No. Is it Denzel Washington? No. Is it Steven Spielberg? I'm gonna bring the nipple on. So now, if you get it from the nipple alone, you could win 2 house points. So at this stage, 2 house points to play for. Whose nipple? Whose nipple do you think? If you don't get it at this stage, we'll start giving you clues. And then, what are they playing for, Jed? What are they playing for, Jed? Terrible. You give him 1 cue and he doesn't do it. Although I noticed that, interestingly, that's because the software's not up. What's happened there? We appear to have lost voice attack. That's better. Is it Clement Attlee? Is it Frank Bruno, Albert Einstein, Chris Eubank, Donald Sutherland, John Boyega? John Boyega, of course, perhaps best known for Star Wars. Is it Donald Sutherland, perhaps best known for being in two contradictory dramas about John F. Kennedy's assassination? No. Steven Soderbergh, Steve McQueen, Princess Anne. It's a male nipple. I can't stress that enough for terms of services purposes, which is quite a tangle to say. I'm not gonna lie. Dustin Hoffman. Is it Greg Wallace? No. We would have just not done the show if it was Greg Wallace. If I'm brutally frank, let's just give Jed one more chance to keep his job. What are they playing for, Jed?
1 house point.
There we go. Last. Okay. Is it Richard Roundtree? No. Is it Idris Elba? No. Is it Peter Falk? No. So I think we've reached the point, haven't we? I think we've reached the point where we're going to give you some clues. So here's the first clue. So usually, I've got to, because I'm worried that we're going to have a lot of new viewers tonight, so I've got to explain this thoroughly. Usually, the nipple belongs to somebody who works in the creative industries. There might be a singer or an artist or an actor or a director or anything really, and so each clue is a year that a particular creative project they were associated with came out in, and the colours are determined by artwork associated with that creative project. So if it was a singer, then they would have had maybe an album out in 1980, and that was the artwork on the album. If they were an actor, then they might have been in a film in 1980, and that was when that came out. If they were a fine artist of some stripe or other, then that might be a particular work that they're associated with that came out in 1980, and the colours therein. So who have we got on the guesses? Is it Isaac Hayes? No. Simon Bates? No. Brendan O'Carroll? No. Is it actually a picture of the sun taken on a foggy afternoon in London? It's not. It's a nipple. The clue's in the name of the game. Is it Richard Madeley? No. Is it Louis Armstrong? No. Is it Jack Nicholson? No. Is it Sting, Barack Obama, Jack Nicklaus, the famous golfer? No. And crime fighter, of course, if you've ever watched the Elvis and Jack Nicklaus mysteries. Is it Michael Elphick? No. Harrison Ford? No. Eddie Murphy? No. Michael Keaton? No. Richard Pryor? No. Robert De Niro? No. No. I should warn you, because we didn't used to have a title sequence, and now we've got a title sequence, and I didn't want to spoil you too much, so I have made the nipple quite hard tonight. There's another clue. Let's make that bigger for you. That's 2019, and some more colours. Is it Fabio? Fabio, of course, best known for having a contretemps with was it a seagull? Up a roller coaster, as documented by the Bobby Fingers YouTube video about the production of the diorama, wherein that may or may not have happened. It's not. Michael Keaton, Richard Pryor, Robert De Niro, Simon Le Bon, no. Eiji Kusuhara, no. Mr. T, it's not Mr. T. Fabio and Groove Rider, it's not. Is it Daniel Craig? No. Denzel Washington? No. Timothy Dalton, perhaps the best Bond. Certainly the best one that was in Flash Gordon. It's not Timothy Dalton. Robert Downey Jr., perhaps best known for the American movie adaptation of The Singing Detective, directed by Keith Gordon. It's not. Is it Buster Keaton? Anthony Hopkins? No. Hulk Hogan? No. Winston Churchill? Perhaps best known for instigating the cat and mouse legislation in persecuting the suffragists? No. Was it Roddy Piper? No. Brian Blessed? Still not Brian Blessed, Nikki. Is it Mike Myers? Mike Myers, of course, best known for the Shrek movies. It's not, it does look a little bit green, but it's not Mike Myers. Is it Don Cheadle? It's not Don Cheadle. Okay, I'm going to give you 3 more guesses, and then we'll give you another clue. Quite like it back here. It's very relaxing when the camera's not on me. For some reason. I think I might need a music loop for this, though. Is it Bob Hoskins? Bob Hoskins, of course, perhaps best known for the film Raggedy Rawny, which he directed. It's not. Is it Terrence Howard? No. Is it Orson Welles? Orson Welles, of course, perhaps best known for the Transformers movie. It's not Orson Welles. He didn't have a lot out in 2019. Did Orson? I'm going to give you another clue. 1970s. We're zipping around in time quite a lot, aren't we? I feel like John Pertwee. Is that a clue? No. Nothing I say is ever a clue. You should know this by now. Is it Danny DeVito? Perhaps best known for Other People's Money. It's not. Is it John Hurt? No. John Hurt. No. Jack, have you noticed the Guess the Male Nipple 2 text is transparent, and is that intentional? Yes and yes. Charlie Sheen. No. Is it, Plankton's asking, is it Dexter Fletcher? Well, let's have a look, shall we? Hang on, let's do it properly. Come on. It's just nicer over here, isn't it? Is it Dexter Fletcher? It is! It's Dexter Fletcher! Congratulations, Plankton, on winning yourself a house point on Criable. How did you work that out, Plankton? Talk us through it. Yeah, great. Yeah, let's get an exclamation mark clap for Roger. And congratulations on that. I'm loving it. Yes, he is, of course, in the United Kingdom. He's the voice of McDonald's, the famous 5-tone audio branding. 1976. Is he that old? Yeah.
You're clapping for him? Don't clap for him.
He's in his 50s now. So he played 1976 was. Does anybody know what is on the screen at the moment? 1980s Elephant Man, correct? He was in The Elephant Man, so he's directed by David Lynch in the Elephant Man. 2019. What was 2019? I can't remember what 2019 was. That's awkward. Hang on. I mean, don't hang on. Kay, welcome. Oh, you're just in time to see Dexter Fletcher being unmasked as tonight's Nipple. There we go. Okay, so yes. So Dexter Fletcher is also, of course, a film director.
Good work.
So 2019 was Rocket Man, which of course Dexter Fletcher directed.
At the end of the day, sparkling water is still water.
It is still water. You're absolutely right, James O'Brien. Press Gang. What was Press Gang? Does anybody know what 1976 was? Oh, it was The Elephant Man. Oh, did you think it was The Elephant Man? Very good. Excellent work. But when you were saying Jonathan Hurt, somebody guessed Jonathan Hurt. So that was, you were getting clued in by The Elephant Man there. He was the best part of the Doom movie. I've not seen the first Doom movie. I've only seen the second Doom movie, of which there was one. Yeah, there was a second Doom movie. Seen that one, not seen the first one. F my life. Bugsy Malone. It was indeed Bugsy Malone, was in which he played a character Babyface on account of his baby face. The other clues, had we needed them, were, of course, 2013. Actually, I watched the trailer in compiling tonight's Guess the Male Nipple. I watched the trailer for this, and I've not seen it, and I should, because I like the Proclaimers, and the trailer looked fab. So it's Sunshine on Leaf, which again, even the title, that's one of my favourite songs, Sunshine on Leaf. I'm not even a Christian man. It's got a slight religious tone to it. And the last clue, of course, anybody know what that is? 1998. I think possibly his most internationally famous role. I did. That's why I was putting actors from it before John Hurt. Yeah. All right. Okay. Was it Anthony Hopkins, Nipple? The Rock was in the first. I know, yeah. Press Gang. No, it's not Press Gang. It wasn't Press Gang. I would say, yeah, in the UK, probably his most famous role is either Press Gang or, controversially, Games Master. I remember when Games Master came. So Press Gang, he played an American. And then when he came on to do Games Master, people were like, why is he talking in that voice? Da 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 da. Now I'm thinking about Julia Sawala. The first clue was the easiest, I think, to be honest. Yeah. I think in retrospect, you're possibly right there. You're possibly right. I just thought black and white poster rather than black and white film. But there we are. Congratulations, Roger, for winning a house point. You know what happens when we win a house point? We have to put it on the scoreboard, because otherwise, what was the earthly point of getting a scoreboard that could do this? It never happens on the first one. That's better. Good. So, congratulations. But that's all we've got time for tonight on Guess the Male Nipple. We'll be back with a new nipple to guess at next Tuesday at around about 8:30. And another nipple that you could win. What are they playing for, Jed? What are they playing for, Jed?
1 house point.
1 house point. Or potentially 3 house points. I didn't think that through when I... yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyway, hope to see you then. From everybody here at Studio G, bye-bye. Oh, what? Oh. Hello? No, sorry, you were... No, we had a meeting. You were supposed to leave the lights on, because otherwise I can't get down from my podium. No, it's a bloody death trap. You've got cables everywhere. No, we've been through this. Come on.
No!
We can't afford the insurance for one.
Don't encourage that!